Hi, I'm Plowmy, and in this episode of Radio K, I'm gonna be reacting to the, at this point, month-old comeback of Rocket Punch called Ring Ring. And sorry for taking so long to react to this one, but I honestly haven't had a little bit too much of an interest to check this one out because, I don't know, I just don't really feel like I'm really gonna love this song. It's purely speculation whether I'm gonna like it or not, but I just have a feeling that I'm not gonna be super into this song because I feel like they're not really gonna go back to doing songs like Bouncy and Beam Bam Boom, which is the kind of music that I like from them. Juicy, as cute and catchy as it was, I feel like, I don't know, it just didn't leave quite the same impact as Bouncy and Bim Bam Boom did. And I don't really expect Rocket Punch to go back to that, but who knows? So without further ado, let's get into this and find out whether that's the case or not in 3, 2, 1. I at least already like their outfits. Okay, it seems like this is actually neither of those two things. It's neither going back to the Beam Bam Boom bouncy style, and it's not the juicy style. It seems more retro inspired, which I'm surprised by, to be honest. Well, that was an unfortunate dance move right there. If you caught it, you caught it. I'm not really gonna talk about it. Although there's some really cool dance moves as well. Honestly, I feel like in a way I actually like this even less than Juicy. Because at least for Juicy, I still found it pretty catchy. For this song, I don't know, I'm just not vibing with it. It's not my thing. Which is completely fine, not every song has to appeal to me. I do really like their outfits and their visuals in this music video though. And most of the dance moves are actually really cool. Especially this one. Man, I really love their outfits. That's 100% my favorite thing about this. I don't really care about the song, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. See? This is why I trust my instincts. And once again, my instincts were right. The only thing that they weren't right about is that I thought that Rocket Punch was going to go into a juicy kind of direction again, but instead they went into something completely different, which, I mean, I don't know. I feel like at least for Juicy, I was right off the bat much more into it, and it didn't really bother me that it was so different from Bim Bam Boom and Bouncy. But for this one, I don't know. I'm not really the biggest fan of the retro sounding K-pop songs. I think there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it, and even more so, sometimes it will work for me, sometimes it won't. Like for example, I feel like it works with Everglow's La Di Da. Um, in this case, I think as a song, it still works pretty well. I think most people are gonna be fine with this and probably enjoy it, but for me personally, it's not interesting enough to really enjoy. It's fine, like I don't hate the song, but yeah, I ultimately don't really care about it. Not even as much as Juicy, because Juicy, I find it very catchy, but as I said, it just isn't nowhere near to Bouncy, and especially Bim Bam Boom, which I still feel like it's Rocket Punch's best song so far. Or actually, wasn't there a song? Give me a second to check whether they were the group with a really cool song that I liked. Yeah, I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's them who released the song Lilac. I think that's how I pronounce it, but that B-side is so damn good. That might actually be their best song. But yeah, ultimately I am a little bit disappointed that I don't really like this, but again, not every song has to appeal to me. If you guys enjoyed it, that's completely fine. I'm happy for you. I am sad for me though. But yeah, I'm still gonna give it a second reaction, because that's what we do for every single K-pop music video song. So yeah, I guess without further ado, let's get into it again in 3, 2, 1. Man, the outfits are so good in this one. It looks so good. Okay, that dance move doesn't look as bad on a secondary watch, but maybe I'm just dirty-minded, you know? I don't know. It just rubs me the wrong way. And that was a bit of a poor choice of words, but still. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't hate this song. I think it's actually good, but it just doesn't work for me, you know? It's not a song that I'm gonna listen to ever again after this. And sometimes the resemblance with, I forgot her name, but one of the members of this group looks so much like Daehyun from Twice. And sometimes the resemblance is uncanny, to the point that I actually confused the two of them. Like, literally earlier today I was seeing a picture, well, it was a gif of Daehyun from Twice on Reddit, and I thought it was that member of this group. I just forgot her name. It wasn't Yeohyun, but it was something along those lines. You know, at least I'm gonna give this song credit for being different, you know, and standing out, because this is still better than just going mainstream or generic. This is still better than that. It's just that it's not necessarily something that I really enjoy too much, you know. I still appreciate them for doing this, though. If it doesn't appeal to me, at the very least, I'll appreciate the variety that a group music can have. But yeah, I don't really have anything to add to what I've already said. It's fine. I think most people are gonna enjoy it just fine, but it's just not a song for me. In terms of a rating, I mean, it's hard for me to judge it because I just really don't like it. But I think 8.6 is about fair. Because like I honestly can't even tell because of how much I don't like this or it doesn't appeal to me. I can't really even tell how most people might feel about this song, how most people would objectively rate this song. So I think I'm gonna stick with my personal rating on this one, 8.6 out of 10, which is still a pretty high score, and I think most people will agree with this rating. I can definitely see some people saying this song is as high as a 9.6 out of 10, but I don't know, I just feel like sticking with an 8.6 out of 10, so that's what we're gonna go with. And yeah, maybe there's some really good hidden gems in the B-sides, who knows. So if you guys want me to check out those B-sides, because I'm pretty sure this is coming with B-sides, like come on, most K-pop releases have B-sides. If you want me to check those out, make sure to comment down below so I know there is a demand for it. And also, preferably, go over to my Patreon and subscribe the recently newly created tier that I've created for you guys, for K-pop fans, to request me, or in this case, demand a reaction for something from me, because at that tier, which is a pretty high tier in terms of the amount of money you would be paying if you subscribe to that tier, it would allow you essentially to ask me to react to something and force me to react to it as soon as possible. And as I said, you can still request me to do a reaction to the B-sides of this album by just commenting down below, but if you want me to definitely react to the B-sides as soon as possible, you'll have to go to my Patreon. But that is completely up to you, whether you want to do that or not. As I said, simple comment works as well. It just means that it's more gonna rely on me having a personal interest in checking out the B-sides, and not as much whether people necessarily want to see it or not, you know? But yeah, also, I just want to quickly give a huge thanks to my first ever Patreon over on Patreon, Oh Mari Bridgman. They are the first person to subscribe to my Patreon, so huge thanks if you're watching this video. I really appreciate it. And as I said, if you want to join that person, you can do that by going over there as well. And there are other tiers other than the one that I created recently for K-pop fans, so maybe check those ones out. But if you don't want to, that's completely fine. But before we end this video, I just want to quickly explain to you something that you might be wondering about, like, why am I dressed the way I am? Why do I look the way I do? And if you've been subscribed to my channel for a long time, you would know the answer already, because back when I started my YouTube channel, I had super long hair and I was dressing femininely in every single video. But for those of you who don't know, which I assume it's most of you, I'm actually transgender. I think I'm more of a non-binary rather than a male to female, because there are quite a few times where I don't really feel like dressing femininely and looking feminine and looking like a girl, and I just want to look like a normal guy. But I feel like in a lot of the time I do want to look feminine. So for the sake of simplicity, I decided to just settle on non-binary, although I definitely really want to be much more feminine than I am right now, like almost like androgynous. But due to my current situation, I'm unable to transition, because I still live with my parents. I tried to transition secretly while still living with my parents, but they started noticing that I was looking more feminine and that I obviously had my long hair back then, and they were pressuring me to cut it all the time, and even when I was growing it out, they were constantly pressuring me to not grow it out, and now they are pressuring me to not grow it out again. I'm really unable to transition, and there's no really way out of this situation for me because I can't get a job. I've tried to, but I just can't seem to get any job. And even if I was able to get a job, I wouldn't really be able to transition in my country where I live while working that job because people here are completely bigoted, and they will harass me, they will bully me, and they probably the employers will probably never even hire me if I actually decided to completely transition. So the only way for me to actually be who I am, who I truly am, is if I actually start being successful with YouTube and start making money off of YouTube, because I don't really have to care about what anybody thinks of me, and I can just be who I want to be and dress however I want and all those stuff. So with all this information and me telling you that I don't want to guilt trip you into helping me out, I don't want to make you feel bad about my situation and wanting to manipulate you into helping me out or boosting the subscribers on my channel or anything like that. I ask you if you're able to help me out by donating to my Patreon or donating to my PayPal, which is for that you will have to get in touch with me in the comments down below to set it up properly, because I haven't really done that, because I assume nobody's really gonna want to do that. But if you're able to do that, I would really appreciate it. But again, this is literally the only way for me out. This is the only way out. So yeah, it's completely up to you. If you can't help me out monetarily, then at the very least I think it would be great if you could help out in other ways, like I said earlier, liking the channel, liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and all those other stuff. But yeah, I'm not trying to guilt trip you, I'm just explaining to you my situation and hoping that you can help me out. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the links in the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you enjoy my stories, or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!